Tiffani!
And today we're making Turdilli, Italian Turdilli cookies. Never made them before, but my grandma used to make them, and my great-grandma used to make them. My great-grandma used to make them in the 5-gallon buckets, huge, and then she'd send them out to her kids. And they're really good. There's Turdilli, and then there's Scalili. The Scalili has whiskey in it, so I just decided to do the Turdilli now. There is no butter in it. We're making a dough, but we're not using any butter, so this is kind of new for me, so we'll see what happens. It calls for flour, so 1 3/4 cups of flour, and then sugar, a tablespoon of sugar, and an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and then 3 eggs. That's for the dough, and then a tablespoon of vanilla. That's the dough part. And also, sorry, forgot, zest from a lemon and zest from an orange. Here we go, yo. Mix it all together. There goes the flour. Okay. Flour. And then the salt. So you can use one of these graters. I don't have a zester. That would be nice. That's next on my list to get. This is annoying. Okay. And this is not working for me. Why not? Well, that's not working out really well. This is just not working out at all. This is just not zesting for me very well. I really need a zester. It's almost Christmas time. Maybe I'll put that on my Amazon list for you. Look at that. Would you just look at it? It's not working. I'm going to zest the rest of this lemon and try to get this orange zest, and then I'll be right back. So I mixed the zest of a lemon and an orange, just half of each, in with the flour, salt, and sugar. So you're just going to mix it up. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now what you're going to do is kind of like making a pasta dough. You're going to make a little well in the bottom of the bowl here, okay? And you're going to take your 3 eggs, and you're going to put them inside of the well. Follow me? Do this. So you add your eggs, and then you're going to add your vanilla. This is going to be calling for about a tablespoon, so yummy vanilla. 1 tablespoon. That's a lot of vanilla, but vanilla's good, right? We'll add a little bit more. Sweet treat for the kids. You're going to beat it, just like you would when you're preparing your scrambled eggs in the morning. The eggs are done. We've already beat them, right? And now you're going to just mix it all together here, okay? I really enjoy using my KitchenAid mixer, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to mix it with a fork is fine. And this is going to be mixed until it becomes a dough form. And I'll be right back. Okay, so there comes a point when the dough starts to get sticky, and what you want to do at this point is just get in there with your hands, okay? And I'm just going to prepare my little area here. Be prepared. Okay, you're going to flour your kitchen counter. And we're going to start mixing with our hands. You can even put a little flour on your hands. I'm just going to mix it. It's a little wet right now, so I'm going to actually get in with my hands and get it into a dough form, and I'll be right back. Oh, look at my hands. Woo. This just kind of reminded me of my grandma and my great-grandma making cookies during Christmas time when my great-grandma would come and visit us. But they are Italian cookies, and I'm half Italian, the good side. And I just love, these just remind me of my childhood, you know. So, never made them, but that's why I'm trying them tonight. I put the dough onto the counter here with a little bit of flour. And we're just going to knead it a little bit, but you don't want to overwork the dough. The cookies won't turn out right, so just be careful about kneading it too much. Let's grab the rest of this in there. You don't want to waste one single bit. So now we have our dough into a ball. Okay, so So now what you actually need to do is put it back in the bowl, okay? And you're gonna cover it. Oh, and make sure, this is why it's always good to wear an apron. So now that you have the dough rolled up into a ball, you actually need to cover it tightly, okay? So I'm just gonna use some wax paper, and that's good. And then I'm just gonna put it back into the bowl, and you're just gonna put it aside for 30 minutes. And that will actually get the dough to room temperature, which is what we need. And we'll come back to it. And what we need to do next is take our dough back out and make sure you flour your surface here. You're just gonna roll it with your hands and flatten it out. It's gonna be sticky, but roll it around the flour, and then that's all you're doing. You're just rolling around the flour. You just wanna make sure it gets enough flour into the dough, and then you're just gonna pull it back into a ball. That's it. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. Send it 8 equal pieces, okay? And my dough's a little bit weird. Remember, I haven't done this before, but we're gonna cut it into 8 equal pieces. So you got 1. Ooh, shouldn't be doing that like that. Okay. It's gonna be equal size. So you're just gonna cut down into the dough. The reason you need equal sizes is because you're going to be frying them later on in the show. So we're gonna just roll these up into balls. We're gonna just use olive oil to fry them because I didn't have vegetable oil. Okay, so now you're gonna pour your oil into the pot, 3 cups. Okay. You need a thermometer because you need to measure out the heat of the oil to 375, okay? Okay, I'm not in the mood anymore. I don't have a thermometer that goes up to 375. So we're just gonna improvise.
Second drop.
I have the vegetable oil and I didn't want to use very much olive oil because it's expensive and it's good olive oil. So take my advice, get the vegetable oil because it's cheap. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is you're gonna toss in your little balls that you made. Alright, so then you're gonna turn them, just keep turning them, see how they're already quickly frying up. You actually need a frying spoon, but I don't have one either. So we're just improvising. So you will need a cup of honey for the next step. Let me get the honey out. Woo, woo, woo. I'm just gonna spray my spatula. Wine, that's amore. Bells roll, ring, tingle-ling-ling. Bella, lucky fella. Now we're gonna be adding the sugar, 1/4 cup of sugar. And I know you're not supposed to use your fingers, but you know what? It's just family here. It's okay. And then the next, I'm gonna rinse off my little sugary finger, unless you want to lick it. And I'll be right back. Okay, you're gonna pour the 1/4 cup of water into your pan or pot, and then you're gonna come back over to your stove. You're gonna cook this until the sugar is melted within the honey. Okay? You're actually going to be cooking this down until the sugar is melted. Okay? And you want to have it on a medium heat. Okay? And then what we want to do is bring that to a boil, and then you're going to take your pot off, take the pot off the heat, and then you'll put all your little tortillis inside. Okay? Okay, then you want to put in your cookies. So just put them all in there, and then you're going to coat all of them. Just like that. And once they're coated, I'll be right back. Once they're coated, I'll be right back. Alright, so once they're coated in the honey, here we go, this is what that looks like in the pot. Now some are a little bit darker than others, and that's okay. Well, here are the cookies, the Turdillis. And see all this excess? You're actually going to pour it onto your cookies, okay? So you're just going to pour it, just like so. And it's going to make it extra sweet and yummy. So, you know what? We're going to do a little color action here. So you're just going to sprinkle a little Turdillis. That's it. There's the little Italian Turdillis. Buon appetito!
ad nur